the biggest mega projects under construction in Afghanistan. It's been more than 60 years since Afghanistan is facing chaos, wars, and sanctions. But now, things are getting better as the country moves away from its troubled past. The problem started during the Cold War when the West and the Soviet Union fought, causing a long-lasting conflict. Today, Afghanistan is trying to improve its economy and build better infrastructure with the help of its own efforts and support from other countries. For a big part of the last 55 years, most Afghans lived in very poor conditions. They didn't have basic things like good roads, clean water, electricity, and the internet, which many other countries take for granted. This made it hard for Afghanistan to catch up with the rest of the world in terms of progress and development. Now, the Afghan government is working on big projects to change the country's situation. The main goal is to improve the lives of everyone by building essential things. However, a big problem remains. 60% of families still struggle to meet their basic needs. Many people don't have jobs or earn enough money, making it difficult for the country to grow. To tackle this serious problem, the Afghan government is focusing on projects that not only help immediately, but also set the stage for long-term development. So, let's now take a look at some of the top Afghan mega projects. Number 4. Kabul New City. In 2008, people noticed that Kabul, the main city in Afghanistan, was having big problems. Even though Kabul was the only city in the country that was well built, it was starting to fall apart. Back in the 1980s, about 700,000 people lived there. But in 2001, the United States came into Afghanistan, and for the next 20 years, the country was in chaos. More than 3 million people inside the country had to leave their homes and move to Kabul. This made Kabul very crowded and caused a lot of stress on the city's buildings and roads. Even though they tried to make a new part of the city in 2008, called the Kabul New City project, with a cost of $15 billion, it didn't happen. But in 2023, the Afghan government finished planning for the new city and started giving pieces of land to many families. They are also working on getting water, electricity, sewage systems, and better roads in the new city. The only problem is they don't have enough budget to do everything they need to do. However, in August 2023, the government made a deal with the construction company to build homes and other things for 3 million people in a big area of Kabul. The new city is in the northern part of Kabul, and it's being made in the Daysabs district. They're also using parts from the Shakardera district. This project will give about 1.2 million jobs in the city. The design idea for the city was made by a French company called Architecture Studio. They want to build the city in a good way, thinking about nature, water, energy, and making sure people can go to school and find jobs. When people start living in this new city, they'll also fix up the old part of Kabul. The government is also letting other countries invest money in this project. They made a group called the Independent Board of Kabul New City Development to control it. This group is not controlled by the government, and they don't have to follow any sanctions. Number 3. Khaf-Herat Railway. The next project has to do with Afghanistan's central location between China, Iran, Pakistan, and Central Asian states. It's called the Khaf-Herat Railway project, and it's part of a much larger plan called the Five Nations Railway Corridor, which costs about $2 billion. This big railway will go through Iran, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and China. It's super long, about 2,000 kilometers. The railway starts in Herat and goes all the way to the border between Afghanistan and Tajikistan. After that, it goes through Kyrgyzstan and ends up in China in a place called Xinjiang, which is known for its industries. To get to China, it uses another railway called the China-Kyrgyzstan Railway. In May 2023, Afghanistan and Iran did a test run of the Herat Railway. They moved 655 tons of railway equipment in 17 wagons. The Khaf-Herat Railway itself is 225 kilometers long, with most of it in Afghanistan and a bit in Iran. Once this railway is finished and connects with the railways of other countries, Afghanistan will be in a really good position. It can become a central hub for moving things, like goods and products between countries. This is much faster and safer compared to using trucks, which is what they do now. So, Afghanistan is getting ready to use this new railway to send out its own products quickly and safely, and it's going to be a big deal in connecting with other countries in the region. Number 2. 5 National Railway Corridor. Next, we have an exciting new project in Afghanistan that aims to make the country a major hub for business and transportation in the next 20 years. A moment happened on May 6, 2023, when Afghanistan received a news about significant investments from Pakistan and China. This joint agreement shows a commitment to improving Afghanistan and linking it with China's economic plans. Pakistan and China are supporting Afghanistan by connecting it to China's big network of railways and highways. This network goes all the way from China to North Germany, various parts of Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, and even has maritime connections to Australia and South America. The main goal is to create a global network that includes highways, railways, airports, and ports, making it easier to move products around the world. A major part of this initiative is extending the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, to Afghanistan. Afghanistan shares a 92-kilometer border with China through the Wakhan Corridor. This extension is not only bringing help from China, but also support from other partners in the economic network. Number 1. Tapa Canal. This takes us to the next big project that's supposed to help Afghanistan by filling lots of train wagons every day with wheat, legumes, and other things to sell to places nearby, like China and India. These countries together have more than 3 billion people. The project I'm talking about is the Kush Tapa Canal. It's like a really long, wide, and deep man-made river in the north of Afghanistan. It starts from the Amu Darya River in the province of Balkh and goes through Jozyan and Faryab provinces. About half of it is done, and the rest is being built quickly because there's not enough water and food in the north. The Kush Tapa Canal is an important deal because it's going to give water to millions of people in Afghanistan, and it will let thousands of farmers start growing crops again. Right now, they are working hard to turn 55,000 hectares of land into farms, and they really want to focus on growing grains and wheat. The goal is for Afghanistan to be able to sell wheat and other stuff to other countries by 2028. If they can finish building this huge canal and make sure it helps the farmers, more than 1 million people in Afghanistan will be better off. And the country can make money by selling things to other countries, which will help pay for other really big projects, like the new city they want to build in Kabul. Afghanistan is working on many other big projects too. They're part of a plan with other countries called CASA 1000, which is about sharing electricity. They're also building dams to get more water in the dry areas and make sure people have enough to eat. Afghanistan has lots of valuable stuff in the ground, like copper, iron, rare earth elements, and even gold, silver, zinc, mercury, and lithium. Recently, in August 2023, Afghanistan signed deals worth more than $6.5 billion with companies from China, Iran, Turkey, and Britain to dig up and use these valuable things. Afghanistan is also part of a project with Turkmenistan, Pakistan, and India to get gas. They want to use this gas to make electricity in new power stations, so more people can have lights and power in their homes. This is especially important for the millions of people in Afghanistan who still don't have electricity. What do you think? Could Afghanistan get better after all the tough times it went through? Will mega projects help it become stable and improve how people are treated? Tell us what you think in the comments, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thanks.